Maybe we're live. Yes, good. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, it went all left when I went to Instagram. It went all left. When I went to Facebook, sorry. Alrighty, let me get this started on Clubhouse, and then we are going to get to the roots of it. I'm excited for today's session because our scholarship for today is a very interesting scholarship. And I don't know if you all have been following the various scholarships that we've been talking about, but it's always interesting for me when I see scholarships that they've reduced the tuition fee to as little as almost nothing. Those are the types of scholarships that excite me, because I know that paying tuition fee in a foreign country is not easy. It's not easy. I don't know about y'all, but I don't come from a lot of money. So when I see those type of tuition fees where it's like $20,000, 16,000 euros, I'm always just like, oh my God, I know I can't afford it. And I know my parents can afford it. So I'm excited about today's session. I'm excited to talk to y'all about our scholarship for today. And I hope y'all, I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I like how at the start of every session, I always tell you all that I'm going to keep it short and sweet, and then it ends up lasting very long. But I'm going to try my best today to keep it short and sweet. Hello, everyone on Clubhouse. We have I think it's Fee, then we have Noor, then we have Ewington, and for those on Facebook and on Instagram, hello. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you all so much for joining me. I appreciate your time. And because I appreciate your time, I'm going to make sure that I do not waste it, okay? I'm going to keep it short and sweet. We are going to get our scholarship for today, and then we are going to keep it pushing, okay? Good morning. Let's get it started. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. My name is Sylvie, and I am the founder of LearnHowToGetAScholarship.com. LearnHowToGetAScholarship.com is a website where we curate scholarships for international students, and we prepare students to apply for scholarships. We do that through group classes, through one-on-one classes, most recently through workshops, and also through stand-alone services. So if you are an international student thinking about applying for scholarships in any part of the world and you do not know how to go about it, feel free to go to the website LearnHowToGetAScholarship.com, and you can look through our services to see which one of it is going to suit you, and you can reach out to us and we are going to be ready to work with you. On my team, I have an expert in charge of research proposals, I have an expert in charge of personal statements, and I have an expert in charge of CVs. And those are always the core of any scholarship application that you make, okay? So feel free to reach out in case you need any help. Also, everybody, I have a YouTube channel. I hope you all know that. If you do not know that, know it today. The name of the channel is actually also Learn How to Get a Scholarship, so it's easy for you to find it. And there, the difference is that on one scholarship a day, we pick like scholarships that are coming up, like brand new scholarships, and I'm interested in bringing this to you such that you have more time to go ahead and do your application procedures. If you are going to be applying for the scholarship, you have more time to put everything together, right? So it's always important for me to come up daily and tell you all about the new scholarships that are available. But on YouTube, I now put them in boxes, for example, and I categorize them. For example, 5 fully funded scholarships for master's students, 5 fully funded scholarships for PhD students, 5 fully funded scholarships for bachelor students for 2022, for 2023 academic year, right? So that is important because I know that it makes the search process for scholarships way easier when you're able to put it in boxes like that. So if you go to the YouTube channel, you'll find out that that is how it is organized. And also, if the YouTube channel is not for you, please do well to recommend it to a friend, a brother, a sister, an auntie, an uncle, someone in your local church, someone in your local community, some kid on the block that you know is smart and deserves a scholarship, or some local schools, some schools in your local neighborhoods. Tell them about it if their students are searching for scholarships, because I try to keep that as updated as possible, okay? Alrighty, let's get to it. And as usual, for everybody that is joining, if you're new here, the rules of engagement are: 1, I'm going to tweet out a link to the scholarship in a bit. So because you need the link in order to apply for the scholarship, right? You need a link in order to read more about the scholarship. So the first rule of engagement is go follow me on Twitter, because that is where you're going to find the link to the scholarship. It's important that you go follow me on Twitter. And then the second thing is, go follow me on Instagram, because I'm going to take a screenshot of the official website of that scholarship and I'm going to put it in my Instagram stories. So you want to make sure that you are on the right scholarship page. So check the picture in my Instagram stories to be sure. But of course, Instagram stories last just 24 hours, right? So I started a page called Scholarship Prep Academy page. So follow that page also. And if you come back anytime, you can find that screenshot of the official website of the scholarship. And you can always do your back and forth checks to make sure that you are on the right website as you go through your scholarship application process. Alrighty, let's get to our scholarship for today. What's the date of today? I like how most times I come here and I'm lost on the date. I'm like, what date is it today? So today is November 3rd. Today is November 3rd, and I'm excited to talk to y'all today about a scholarship to the Netherlands. Yesterday our scholarship was to Sweden, right? So it's interesting that today we have a scholarship to the Netherlands. There are so many scholarships to Europe these days for some weird, and I have some other scholarships that I'm going to be talking to y'all as the week goes by in France. And I'm like, oh, there's so many scholarships in Europe. Alrighty, so this is a scholarship to the Netherlands. The deadline to apply for this scholarship is the 28th of February 2022. 28th of February 2022. So you still have some time. You still have some time to put together your documents if you are going to be applying for the scholarship, okay? The scholarship is called the Radboud Scholarship Programme for International Students. The Radbuck Scholarship Program for International Students. This is at Radboud University, and it's at the master's level. So if you are a student who has a bachelor's degree and you're thinking about going to apply for, thinking about doing your master's, and you're thinking about, oh my goodness, I want to do my master's abroad, but I do not have the funding for it, consider this particular scholarship to the Netherlands, okay? It's called the Radboud Scholarship Program for International Students at the University of Radboud, okay? So as usual, I'm going to read a bit about the scholarship. I'm going to go through like some tiny details of it so that you get a feel of the scholarship and then see if it's something that is for you or it's not for you, okay? So it says the Radboud Scholarship Program offers a selected number of talented prospective non-EEA students the opportunity to receive a scholarship to pursue a complete English taught master's degree program at Radboud University. This is extremely important because most times when we are going to study in countries where English is not the official language or where they have their own language, we always worry about, oh my goodness, what language am I going to be studying in? Am I going to be required to learn a new language? And if I'm to learn a new language, can I learn enough of the new language in a way that I can do some studies in it? So it's always good when we find this kind of scholarships, for example, to the Netherlands, to Sweden, and it's English. It's an English taught program, okay? So these are all English taught programs, so you really do not have to worry about like language or anything. So of course the university is the Radboud University in the Netherlands, and it's actually for all English taught master's programs at the university except the Erasmus Mundus programs and joint master's degree programs, because you all know that the Erasmus Mundus programs always have their own timelines. They always have their own ways of doing things. Like sometimes you find some Erasmus programs where students actually have to move from one country to the other country to the other country before they get through their programs, right? So the Erasmus programs are always specific. They are always unique. So they are offering programs in all English taught master's programs except those Erasmus Mundus programs. So if you're going to be coming in on the Erasmus Mundus program, your timeline and everything is different from theirs, okay? So when you go to apply to a university, make sure that you're focusing on those options, those majors that are not done under the Erasmus Mundus program, okay? They have a total of 37 slots. They have a total of 37 slots. So let's take for example, yes, students from all parts of the world are going to be applying for it, and we have just 37 slots. I'm not going to say just 37 slots. 37 slots is not a lot. It's not too many slots, but also it's not that bad. It's not that bad. And if you've been applying for other scholarships and this is just one of the scholarships that you're applying for, right? It's okay. 37 slots can seem intimidating, but maybe 37 slots, you can find your way through getting one of them, okay? Maybe you can find your way through getting one of them. And the target group is actually non-EU and non-EEA students, okay? So I don't know where everyone is from, But I'm not from Europe, and I'm sure many people are not from Europe. So if you're not from that Europe region and the EEA region, you are definitely okay to apply for the scholarship. Okay, so let's get to the money. Let's get to the money. Y'all know I'm always like, yeah, but how much are we talking about though, right? That's the question I'm always asking. How much are we talking about, right? So this scholarship is a partially funded scholarship, because what happens is that normally the tuition fee that you're going to pay if you're going to study at this particular university is about 16,000 euro. But they reduce the amount of tuition fee to the point where you're going to pay just 2,000 euros. Okay, so they have reduced. That is like 14,000 euro tuition waiver that they are providing. So normally the tuition fee is, I'm going to repeat that again, normally the tuition fee is about 16,000 euros, but they are waiving it to the point where you're only going to pay 2,000 euros as your tuition fee. Okay, that is what you receive. And then it says that it also covers cost for those for visa, residence permit, health insurance, and liability insurance. Oh wow, oh wow, that sounds like a good deal. That sounds like a good deal, right? They are providing options. Oh Lord, I don't know what's happening to my Facebook. Oh Lord, y'all excuse me for a bit. All right. My Facebook live is hanging on a thread. This is sad. Okay, y'all give me a moment, okay? Let me arrange this Facebook live. This is so funny. It's funny because it's showing like just okay, now it's fine. All right, let's get back to it. So the scholarship also covers cost for visa, residence permit, health insurance, liability insurance. Oh wow. When I read about the scholarship the first time, I didn't see this part. This is amazing. This is amazing. So they are covering for all of these things, and then they reduce your tuition fee from 16,000 euros to 2,000 euros. I think this is a good scholarship, you guys. I definitely think that this is a good scholarship. I think that it's a scholarship that you all should definitely consider. The Netherlands is a good country to go study. And if you get an opportunity where they reduce your tuition fee this much, and aside of reducing your scholarship, your tuition fee this much, they provide you this kind of funding, I think it's a good deal. I definitely think it is a good deal. Okay, I think it's a good deal. Alrighty, now let us get to eligibility. Let's get to the tricky part, the part where we all get eliminated, the part where we are like, oops, that opportunity looks good, but maybe I cannot apply for it, right? So we have yes, you should hold a non-EU EEA visa. That passport, that one is okay. If you are not from Europe, then you're good. And then you are not eligible for lower EEA tuition fee for other reasons, because sometimes there are other reasons why some people get some kind of tuition waivers, right? So if you're not eligible for any of those, then probably you're good to apply. You're good to apply for the scholarship. Okay, you're good to go. And then you have a bachelor's degree, and your bachelor's degree is equivalent to a bachelor's degree in the Netherlands. Okay, it should be equivalent to that. And you've been fully admitted into the English Third Master's program at the university, and you have a letter of admission. What does this mean? This means that if you are going to be applying for the scholarship, your first job is to go ahead and apply to the university. Okay, because when you apply to the university, that is the first document that is required. And when you get that admission letter, then you use the admission letter to apply for the scholarship. I haven't gone through the steps, the application steps, but probably, I don't know if it's the type where when you're applying to a university, they give you an option where you can just tick like a box to say, I check a box like, okay, I want this particular scholarship, or like all students who apply will be considered. I'm not too sure which one it is going to be because I've not read the details of it, but those are things that you should look for as you go reading through the details of the scholarship. Okay, you're able to comply with the conditions of obtaining a visa to the Netherlands. Yes, because if not, how do you go study? You need to be able to get into the Netherlands to do your studies, right? And if you apply for it and you're taken next year you will start your studies. Okay, 2022. Alrighty, so that is our scholarship for today. It is the Radbuck Scholarship for international students at the University of Radboud in the Netherlands. This is a scholarship for master's students. So if you hold a bachelor's degree, you can apply for this scholarship. And it's for all international students. All international students. It doesn't matter where you're from. Alrighty, now let's get to the part where I tweet out the link to the scholarship. And this is a good time for those on Facebook. If you're on Facebook or on Instagram, feel free to put your comments in the comment section. And I am going to answer you. And if you are on Clubhouse, feel free to raise your hand. Come up on stage and we can chit chat for a bit, okay? I'm always interested in answering your questions. So the time when I'm about to tweet out the link to the scholarship, that is always the time when y'all can come talk to me. Y'all can come talk to me. What scholarships are y'all applying for? What scholarships are you all applying for? And how is it going? How is it going? How are you finding your application process? Sometimes it's tricky, right? Sometimes the scholarship application process can be overwhelming. That's why I always say, y'all start early. Y'all start early, you guys. Y'all start early, especially if you're going to be targeting these fully funded scholarships. You'll start early. That is how you get through the process. And in case you need help, seek help. Seek help, okay? Seek help. We all don't know it all. We all don't know it all. Sometimes we need help to guide us throughout the process, okay? I'm actually tweeting out the link to the scholarship right now. Oh, okay. I see someone's hand on Clubhouse is raised. I'm going to bring them up on stage. And then while they are talking, I am going to go ahead. What happened? Do I have to update my Clubhouse? I'm not sure. I can't bring you up on stage. I'm not sure what's going on. It doesn't give me the option to bring you up on stage. All right, now it's okay. Now it says invite to speak. I don't know what was going on at first. Alrighty, so as I said, if you want to chit chat with me, feel free to come up on stage and talk to me. And for those that are on Instagram and those that are on Facebook, feel free to put your comments in your questions or your comments in the comment section, and I'm going to read it. Or if it's a question, I'm going to answer it. Okay, so feel free to put those questions in the comment section, and I'm going to get to the answers very, very soon. Alrighty, if you can mute your mic, thank you very much. Please, when you come up on stage, mute your mic. It's an audio app. If you don't mute your mic, it becomes very loud for everybody else. Okay. Alrighty, I have tweeted out the link to the scholarship. Everybody. So y'all go ahead, go to Twitter, go check it out, and see if you are going to be applying for the scholarship. Go read through the details of the scholarship and see if it's something that interests you. And if it doesn't interest you, be a vessel, spread the information to a friend, a brother, a sister, an auntie, an uncle, someone in your local church, someone in your local community. Spread the information to them, okay? The link is on Twitter. The link is live on Twitter. And when you go to Twitter, like the tweet, retweet the tweet, such that those in your network can also see it. Ewington, welcome on stage. Do you have a question or you have a resource to share with us? Ewington, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you, Chiefy. I just want to make sure. Is it fully funded? The scholarship?
Our scholarship. Our scholarship for today.
Exactly.
I will not necessarily call it fully funded, because yes, they reduced the tuition fee from 16,000 euros to 2,000 euros, but yeah, to some extent, yes, they reduced the tuition fee that much, but they also take care of like your visa fees, your residence permit fees, health insurance, liability insurance. So you still have to come up with some money. But I think that to a great extent, this scholarship will lean a lot towards like almost fully funded, like semi-fully funded, because they are covering practically everything. Like they are paying for visa fee, health insurance, liability insurance, residence permit. I think that they haven't mentioned here that they will give you a stipend, which is always like one of the characteristics of a fully funded scholarship, right? They give you a stipend, and sometimes they pay for your your flights to the country, but they don't mention it here. So you still have to come up with some money, but not as much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Alrighty, Amazon, welcome. Do you have a question or you have a resource to share with us?
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi.
Yeah, so I think I have a question, but I don't know if it's okay or it's possible to maybe send you a back channel DM or a DM on your Instagram or Twitter, whichever one you respond to faster. Because I saw a tweet you made about the Swedish scholarship for professionals.
Yes.
So I needed to ask some more questions on that, if you don't mind.
Sounds good. DM me on Instagram. I have about 10 DMs that I haven't responded to, but I'm going to get to it. I'll get to it. I'll try to get to it today. I get busy, you guys, but I'm going to try to get to it. DM me on Instagram, and I'm going to respond to you. Is that okay?
Oh, okay, I will do that. Thank you so much.
All right. Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome. And then I see Ahmad on Instagram says that I'm looking for a full scholarship without IELTS. I have a problem. I have a problem with this question. I really do have a problem with this question. And I have a problem with people who are looking for fully funded scholarships and they want those scholarships without like the requirements that are usually like IELTS or TOEFL or anything. This is how I look at it. I look at it from this perspective. You want your study to be paid for in full. Tuition fee in various foreign countries. For example, this is a scholarship we are talking about to the Netherlands. Take, for example, our scholarship for today. Our scholarship for today, if you apply for this scholarship, the tuition fee is normally 16,000 euros, right? And let's say you're applying for a full scholarship where someone somewhere pays for 16,000 euros for you to go do your study. Someone, you have no idea, it may be the university, maybe through an endowment that someone has given to the university or some organization. And they are coming up with 16,000 euros to pay for you. And let's say that your study program is going to be 2 years. Or let's say it's a master's program, 2 years, or a bachelor's program, 4 years. Take that 16,000 euros and multiply it by those 4 years. That is how much someone is going to be paying for you. Multiply that according to how much that translates to in your local currency. And when you see that kind of amount that someone is paying, someone has to come up with in order to pay for your studies, why is it that the requirements of we want you to be able to prove that you can communicate in English and study in English through showing that you have an IELTS certificate? Why is it that you want to run away from that? It's like you want the reward without doing the work. Like, it's a lot of money for them to pay that amount for you, right? It's a lot of money. So I feel that it is just fair for them to ask you to show your certificates and to show that you can actually get through your studies. So I'm really not, I see so many people talk about, oh yeah, there are these scholarships that you can get through without IELTS, but I'm just like, why? It's like you want the glory without the pain. Like, you have to go through the stress of it. Applying for scholarships is stressful. Going through that process is stressful. Anything in life worth getting is worth fighting for. It's something that you have to work hard for it, right? You have to go through different examination processes in order to get it. Because if, like for me, if my family is to come up with 16,000 euros today, I told you all at the start of this, I wouldn't have it. I wouldn't have it. My family wouldn't have it. So if someone somewhere is going to be paying that for you, and your own part of the deal, like your own end of the bargain, is that you should get an IELTS certificate, why do you not want to do it? Why? I don't get it. So, Ahmad, I hear your question. I do not subscribe to that school of thought. I think it's lazy, and I think that when you want something to be given to you, you have to work for it. That's my idea. So I don't have an answer for you. Okay? Alrighty, does anyone else have a question? Anyone else has a question? Everyone good? Y'all good? Y'all good? Y'all good? Everyone good? Alrighty, thank you all so much for joining me. I told you that I was going to keep it short and sweet, but eventually it goes to like 20 or 25 minutes, right? Thank you all so much for joining me. My name is Sylvie, and I am the founder of LearnHowToGetAScholarship.com. LearnHowToGetAScholarship.com is a website where we curate scholarships for international students, and we prepare students to apply for scholarships. We do that through group classes, through one-on-one classes, and most recently through workshops, and also through standalone services. So if you are an international student, or you want to be an international student, you want to study in some part of the world, you do not know how to go about it, feel free, go to the website, explore, look around, see what are the things that we can do for you. And if you have any of those, do well to reach out, and we are going to be ready to work with you. Also, you guys, I have a YouTube channel. So y'all can check out the videos on the YouTube channel and see how it can help you. I have scholarships there for 2022-2023 academic year, so y'all can start prepping to apply for them right now. Most of them, their deadlines are around December and early next year, so y'all can still apply for them. Okay, let's see. Ahmad says scholarships require a high degree in IELTS. Yeah, that's the work, Ahmad. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Cheers. Y'all take care, okay? Take care, everybody.